What's up, my YouTubers? All right, so check this out. I know I went live on my Instagram the other day for certain family members to hear. I was so pissed off though I didn't get everything out that I wanted to say. But I'm gonna get to what happened to one of my little cousins at the very end. I want to speak on it, but just to clear my mind a little bit, I want I want to speak on which I never denied since I was little. I always made myself clear what I feel and think about rapists and chomos and shit like that. But before I get to that, just to clear my mind a little bit, I want to speak about two incidents that now two particular guys are has to register when they didn't do it. But this is just these two incidents that I know about personally, and these are the only two incidents that I know about. Any more than this, I don't know. But the before I get to the shit that's gonna piss me off, that I do know that actually really happened, that's gonna I want to talk to that about that towards the end. But let me get to these two incidents. And so the first one I'm gonna tell you about was I think accusers that are claiming it, I think they should be charged accordingly. Not just I accuse you and okay I lied, so they just get nothing. Um, so it's one, I remind you, he's like, I want to say he's like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", and we were talking, at my kids' baseball games, football game. No, I would say it was baseball games. I went to his kids' baseball games a couple of times, and he was, stressing. You know what? My stepdaughter's gonna move. My step niece, my wife's niece, is gonna be moving in, and she's known to give false I can't pronounce it, but he said the word altercations. She's known to give false bullshit. She's known to blackmail guys to get what she wants, and she's gonna be moving in. I don't want that, and she tries to put that blackmail on me. I'm not gonna fall for it, and I told my wife that too. He was telling me. So we were talking about. She was saying, some of the people she blackmailed and some of the things she blackmailed them about, to get what she wants. Well, she wound up moving in, and I was talking to him again at one of the games. He was like, "Man," he goes, "Fuck this bitch, man. She's trying to blackmail me." She said, that I need to buy her a car, and if I don't buy her a car, she's gonna claim that, I raped her. And I go, "Did you tell your wife?" He goes, "Yeah, I told my wife." My wife said, "Well, I think you need to get her a car, and if you don't, then I can see you possibly raping her." He goes, "So me and my wife are going at it. We're toe to toe right now. We're going at it. We're fighting. I told her I want to kick her out. I don't want her in my fucking house no more. But fuck that. I'm not gonna get her a fucking car because she's blackmailing me." So, anyways, I did, talk to this individual a lot, and I know how he is. He has kids. He has a lot of nephews and nieces. He's always around kids. And it's not in his nature. It's not his. It's not him. I know this for a fact. So next thing you know, I lost contact with him, and I found out there's some other people that this individual that he was telling me about, she did just that. And unfortunately, he got charged with it. And I'm one that, if you're going to rape somebody, you're a chomo, fuck you, don't talk to me. I'll take care of myself before this happened to me, of course. But in this case, I knew he didn't do it. And a lot of people knows he didn't do it. Almost everybody knows he didn't do it. Besides that certain group that the half step niece she talked to, who she pretty much mind fucked. So when he came home, he got a hold of me. He goes, "Man, I told you, man. Now I got to be a sex offender, this and that." He goes, "I didn't fucking do it, man. I didn't fucking do it." and they literally had no proofs on it besides her word. And yeah, just bullshit. And then he divorced his wife. She fucking backed up her knees, knowing that it wasn't true. And well, anyways, that's one incident that. But let me tell you about another incident that I was actually there. And then after this incident, I want to get into my true feelings about chomos and rapists. About me personally, fuck them all. Um, but let me tell you another incident. So this happened. I was at so this particular girl. They just say when I was younger, I spent the night. Her brother was a few years older than me. I was like 11, 12 years old, and his brother was like 16. And every time I go to the house, mom would, like she'd keep her head down. She was real quiet when the dad was around. When the dad wasn't around, she was more hello. She would say hi. But the dad was a police officer, and the older daughter, she was like, I want to say at that time about 19, 20, 21 years old. No, 20, 21. And she would come home late night when I would stay at night. And, her brother would be sleeping. She would wake me up, and she wanted to get down. She'd come home from with a date from her boyfriend. And one time she was like, let me take a shower and because I'm kind of dirty right now. And I was a little young fuck. And she wanted to get busy. She got butt naked and everything. And, I was young. I was dumb, young. I wish I would take advantage of it, but, I didn't. I was young. I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. I was scared. So the brother wound up finding out what happened. A couple of times I did stay at night. I stopped staying night there because, I was scared, which I shouldn't have been. But the brother wanted to find out. He tried coming over to the house, and we get in a fight right there in my front yard. And luckily for me, I got the best of it. A little 11-year-old getting the best of a 16-year-old when he was literally twice my size. So, anyways, one of their neighbors, we were over there. It was me, and I was pretty much the youngest of the bunch, but I was kind of more mature because of who was pretty much raising me at the time. And well, the dad had just left for work. And when he left for work, there was a good 6, 7 of us. And it was me plus 7 other kids, except for one. This one, he was 19. Yeah, she was 20. She was 20. This one was 19. He was a year younger than her. Well, she comes into the garage where we're kicking back at, and she goes, hey, why don't we go in your backyard and have some fun? And the other youngsters already had fun with her. So did the 19-year-old. I was the only one that didn't because I was scared. And but I wasn't the youngest one there. The 2 of the youngsters had their little brothers there. And they're like a year younger than me. And and the reason why I'm speaking of this, well, you understand, is because so she came and she's like, let's go have some fun. So the one that lived there was like, nah, I can't. My dad's going to be home in about half an hour. And, he goes straight to the backyard and starts working on his cars, and which his dad had a sick ass ride. Well, anyway, she goes, well, why don't you guys meet me in my backyard, jump the fence in about 5 minutes? We're like, nah, we're cool. Well, the 19-year-old's like, I'll do it. I'll meet you back there. She goes, all right, meet me back there in about 5 minutes. So she, he tells us, hey, go over there by the fence and let me know if somebody rolls up or if her dad comes back for some reason unexpectedly. So he's like, all right, cool. So, we wait there, where the fence was at. There were neighbors where the fence was at. There was a gated fence, and the backyard fences, the wood fences. And she, let's say, she was butt naked, right? And while she goes down on him, and while she's going down on him, she's looking, we're like little kids picking through the little cracks of the fence, right? And she looks up at us through the cracks, and she points at us. She goes, like, come back here. And we start, little kids, laughing. No, we're not going. No, you go, fool. No, you go, fool. No, we're not going. I'm just quiet. I'm a little bit more mature because I was being raised differently. So I wasn't saying nothing. I was just, I didn't say shit. So, well, anyways, he ends up turning around, and they were doing their thing. And let's say they were right in the middle of finishing, and she kept trying to get us to go back there. And the other kids, which they all had fun with her, except for the younger brothers and me, of course. And they're laughing. So while the dad comes home unexpectedly, he's in his outfit, and being young-minded, they took off running to the garage, and they said, "Hey, the dad's here," and they take off running. And I try to tell him quietly, "Calm down, just kick back right here. You're gonna bring attention, and he's gonna automatically know something's going wrong." Fuck that! They took off running. They got scared. They took off running because his dad was a cop. So he's seen that they took off running from the fence. I'm just on the fence kicking it, like trying not to bring attention. So he caught that, and being a cop, you catch on to shit like that. And they took off running. So he runs to the fence. "Hey, what are you guys doing?" They're already in the garage. I'm kicking it right there. He goes, "What's going on?" "Nothing's going on." So he leaps over the fence as she's putting on her clothes. He's lifting up his pants because his shirt was on the whole time, trying to buckle his belt on. He leaps over and he sees her getting dressed and him picking up his pants. And he leaps that fence. And her not wanting to look guilty, honestly, I think this officer was beating his wife. I think he was beating the son. She was always gone. She was never home. And as you know, she liked to have her fun. So anyways, he jumps the fence. He handcuffs him. He knocks him to the floor, and he's pissed. He's heated. So she starts crying, "Rape. He's raped me. He's raped me. He's raped me." I tried telling the cops, said, "You know what? Fuck that. You didn't rape her. She wanted it. She wanted all of us. Plain and simple. She wanted." So pretty much what came down when they did the investigation, they wouldn't take mines or the other guys that actually was there, that seen it, that knew what happened, the truth. They wouldn't take our testimony because they said that we were scared of him because he was older, and we'll say anything he wanted us to say to him. We want us to say for him, to back him up. So they threw all our shit out of the water. But me knowing who I knew, luckily for this individual, I went straight from there. Right after it happened, I went straight to this person I knew, and I told him exactly what happened. So luckily for this individual, they had to do, I think, 2-3 years for it. And we tried going to court, everything, but they wouldn't listen to us. They would not take our statements, nothing like that, because even though we were witnesses, they wouldn't take it because they said we were scared of him and would say anything he wanted us to say to defend him. But that wasn't the case. Truth of the matter is, she didn't want her dad to know that, I don't want to say a hoe, but she was having her fun. I don't believe in hoes and whores, because when a guy does it, hey, he's a pimp. But when a girl does it, she's all bad. To me, I don't believe in that. She's just having her fun, plain and simple. And so was he. It just so happened they got caught by the dad. And the dad was a police officer, so she claimed rape. So he got charged with it. But me knowing who I knew at the time, he didn't get clear, but he didn't get in trouble. He just he was safe in the matter, but he couldn't be how would I put it? He couldn't be hanging around no more. Let's say that. He couldn't be hanging around no more, around the homeboys, around the youngsters. He was just free to do his own thing. But now he has to be a registered sex offender for something he didn't do. And that sucks. If they would have took our statements, they would have known that it didn't happen. They would have known the fucking truth. Well, anyways, now let's get to the real stuff. Okay, those two stories were real, they were, true stories. But let's get to the real stuff. For for example, so there's a lot of things, and I got to make sure I want to say what I want to say. I went off of my Instagram the couple of days ago, last night, a couple of days ago, and I didn't get to say exactly what I want to say, but I'm going to say it on here. Then I'm going to try to get somebody to post this on my Instagram, my Facebook, because I do have a lot of family members that's involved on my Instagram, my Facebook, and I want them to see this. So I have a cousin that I never met. And matter of fact, I am going to say his name. You understand why right now. I've always said, yeah, blood is thicker than water. That is true. But sometimes water is way better than blood. Blood only makes you related, but does not make you family. And this is a perfect example of why I say this. There's one perfect example of why I say this. There's many more examples, but this is one of the reasons. So Osvaldo Keyshev, I can't pronounce his last name, especially now my jaw sits sideways, is his name. He ended up missing in Texas. I never met him. I've never been to Texas. Yeah, I'm a huge Cowboys fan, but I've never been to Texas. But I never met him. And he raped one of my little cousins a few years ago. And this a few years ago, she grew up to be, a beautiful young lady, but she's about it. And so anyways, I'll get more details here in a minute. I got to clear my mind for a minute because I'm not going to lie, it pissed me off. My outtake on a fucking chomo, I think, me personally, I think they should fucking skin them alive, throw them in a bucket of fucking alcohol, cut their eyelids open, torch their eyelids out, and throw them in the fucking, torch their eyes out, period, with no antibiotics, and throw them in a fucking island to fend for a deserted island to fend for themselves. All together, throw them all on a fucking island. Instead, they protect them. They put them in protected custody. They get like 2-3 years, and go ahead, go rape somebody else. Go fucking chomo somebody else. Fucking little bitches. See, I'm starting to get pissed off. So, anyways, I'm trying to keep my composure here, and so one of my little cousins got raped some years back ago, and when they tried contacting her, all it was you need to forgive him. Pretty much, you need to get over it. You need to forgive him because he wants forgiveness because he's in a suicidal state. So they're pretty much protecting him, and they didn't never contact her before to see if she's okay, to see how she's doing. Now all of a sudden they want to contact her because he's in a suicidal state of mind and he needs to be forgiven. Fuck that dude. Yeah, Osvaldo Keyshev. Fuck him. Well, let me give you my opinion for a second before I get deeper into this. Like I said, he ended up missing. Me personally, I think they took him to Mexico because they're afraid of my cousin pressing charges. But my cousin says she don't want to press charges because she ain't no snitch. But I think they took him to Mexico to protect him from her pressing charges and reported him missing over here. Now, supposedly the same night he went missing, they're all up on Instagram, Facebook, with his picture. He's missing. Help us find him. Poor him. Half the family say he's such a good kid. He was a gentleman. He wasn't a kid. Fuck that. He wasn't a kid. I think he's older than. I'm not sure what his age is, but he wasn't a kid. Well, anyways, he's such a good person. We went to go visit, and he was real polite. He was the only one catering to us. He was always paying for everything. Man, don't let the smile behind a perfect smile is nothing but lies and deceiveness. Don't judge a book by its cover. Plain and simple. So, anyways, I'm getting off topic. I'm starting to feel myself heat up again. I gotta try not to. So, anyways, to break it down, the same night, suppose we ended up missing, and I got on Instagram and spoke my mind. Supposedly they found him, and he actually committed suicide. But honestly, we need proofs. Plain and simple. I need proofs. Well, I can't see, but somebody say, "Oh, you know what? Where's his funeral? Where's his services?" Because they're all protecting him. Okay, this is where it gets. I want to get a little bit deeper now. So yeah, regardless, we need proofs. Me personally, I need proofs. But there's no justice in this shit. He's a fucking coward by commit. If he did commit suicide and not hiding in Mexico, he's a fucking coward for committing suicide because he couldn't own up to what he did. He was feeling guilty. Motherfucker, you should feel guilty. You should live with that for the rest of your life because you scarred a young, beautiful lady. Well, now she's a young, beautiful lady, but you scarred a little girl mentally, emotionally, and physically for the rest of her fucking life. And nobody never called to find out how she was doing. Nobody never called her to see if she was okay. No, instead they called her, you need to forgive him. You need to get over it. You need to forgive him. Or he's going to commit suicide. Well, you know what? Fuck him. Let him commit suicide. And hopefully he did. And hopefully he did in the worst fucking ways. There I go again. I'm getting pissed off. Well, anyways, but that's just it. This I didn't get to say on my Instagram because I was so pissed off. Nobody checked to see how my little cousin was doing until it was time he needed forgiveness. So I got to clear my mind again because I'm starting to forget exactly what I wanted to say. So anyways, I want to go ahead and hopefully I can get what I want to say out and don't forget some of the shit I wanted to get at. Mine's going faster than what my words are saying. So, like my cousin, she wasn't planning of pressing charges because I'm not no fucking snitch. My cousin's, she's real about her shit. But honestly, we think she should have. Now, here's the thing about that part of the family. I'm not going to say it was on my mom's side. I'm not going to say it was on my dad's side. I'm not going to say what part of the family it was. But there's a big group of them that tends to have lies, cover shit up. There's more shit that happened in that side of the family that's been covered up. Now, me and some of my cousins are the black sheep of the family. And let me tell you why we're the black sheep. We're the black sheep because we're the realest ones. We call it how it is. We'll sit there. We'll call somebody on it. Now, I'm not going to lie. If I wasn't like this, and they're scared of us. They're scared of me, what I'm going to say. There's a big thing going on. My name got included into it. I don't know how my name got included into it when I had no part of it at first. I'm just barely finding out about all this. But what they're going to afraid that I want to go do. I'm blind with one fucking leg. I can't do jack shit. And but we're the black sheep because, and they say, we're nothing but liars. We're nothing because they don't want the truth to come out about a lot of things that we do know the truth about. Now, this individual had called, when they tried to get a hold of my little cousin, they called one of my other cousins. That's also the black sheep of the family because she's real too. And said, hey, we need to get a hold of such and such because Osvaldo Kishev, it was him and his mom called my cousin because Osvaldo needs forgiveness. He needs forgiveness. He's in a suicidal state. I'm going to send him to Mexico to get mental help. My cousin said, you know what? Pretty much, fuck you, fuck him, fuck his forgiveness. And I completely agree with her. You know what? If he wants to commit suicide, fuck it, let him. He's a fucking coward for committing suicide because he's not living with his guilt. But that's the first time I tried to contact my little cousin. And it gets deeper. And he admitted it to my cousin asked, well, what happened? My cousin already knew what happened. My cousin asked, what happened? Just so happened, his mom, my other cousin, said, Osvaldo, tell her what happened. Osvaldo broke it down. He admitted to it. Yes, I raped your little cousin. This is what I did to her. Um, he broke it down. And let's just say it's nothing nice. Everything in the worst way. In the worst imaginable way. I don't want to think about it because I know what happened. And when I think about it, it pisses me off. And okay. Let's just say if I wasn't like this, honestly, I would went. I would have found that motherfucker. I would put him through some fucking pain. But unfortunately for him, I am the way I am. Unfortunately for me, I'm like this too, because it would have been. I would have got shit done if I wasn't like this. I would have found my way to Texas and I would have found his ass and it would have been all bad for him. But I don't know what happened to him. They're claiming that he ended up missing. Now all of a sudden they're claiming that they found him and he committed suicide. I don't know if it's true or not. It just all of a sudden we're thinking that they're saying this because they don't want our little cousin to press charges on him, which she wasn't planning to press charges anyways because she says I'm not a snitch, but she's scarred for life. Since she was a little girl when this happened to her, she's scarred for life. So my cousin contacted, I guess they're Jehovah's, and my cousin contacted the Kingdom Chapel, or I'm not sure what they call it, in Texas, and they say there's nothing they can do about it. She contacted the police, even though he admitted it, and it's recorded. He admitted it, and he said exactly everything that happened. Osvaldo Kishev said exactly everything that happened, and Texas police said, well, there's nothing we can do about it unless your cousin reports it herself. But till then, there's nothing we can do about it. When he admitted it, he came out and he admitted it, word by word, detail by detail, is exactly what he did. And my little cousins, I already said it, what happened, and everything collaborates together. What more proofs do they fucking need? And the Jehovah's Witnesses said there's nothing they can do. So the family over there, the dirty ones, the lying ones, the ones that's covering everything up, are protecting him. They're protecting him. Now, once they tried contacting my little cousin, see how she was doing, see how much she's been scarred, how much she needs any help. No, instead, now they want all this help for him. And and now they're protecting him, but yet they're afraid of what we're gonna do or say. Why? When he's the one that fucked up? Like I said, for one, I fucking hate chomos in the worst way. Chomos, rapists, anybody that hurt. I hate them. All that shit, the shootings that happen in schools and all that, I think they're all getting off easy by killing them, by killing the like what happened in Texas with this guy killing those 19 kids. He got off easy. They killed him. There's no fucking justice, none. Putting him in these chomos and rapists, putting him in protective custody. Why are you going to protect them? Only get 3 years when they just guard somebody for life? Why are you going to protect them for? Why do they got laws to back them up? What about the victims that are scarred for life? You know, what about them? What? They have to register. What the fuck's that's gonna do? That's not gonna stop them from doing it again. And then you got multiple, they got these chomos is doing it multiple. Then they get locked up for doing the same fucking shit. But yet they go and they get protected in there. Man, fuck that shit. Let them out in general population. Let them have their fun with them, like they have the fun with the fucking kids. It's fucking bullshit. Let them scar their asses for life. See how they fucking like it. There I go. I'm going off track. I need to calm down again. I'm starting to forget what the point I'm trying to get at. Well, anyways, and my little cousin, if you see this, you are growing up. You're a beautiful young lady, and I love you, and I got your back, and I'm here for you. You ever need anybody to talk to. Now, here's the thing that pisses me off even more. Okay. That big part of the family is backing him up. Now, here's where it gets even more sad, and it pissed me off even more, where I keep getting thrown off track because I don't want to bring it up. But I want to bring it up, and I want to talk about it. And I would say his name, but for respect for my little cousin, I'm not going to say his name. But everybody knows who I'm talking about. Her dad. Her dad kicked out my little cousin when she was little. And went and told a bunch of lies that, she was a thief, she was this. Bullshit. I know the truth. Her dad blackballed her from getting her own place through somebody he knew. I work with your dad, and he said, you're not going to pay rent, you can't hold a job. You know what? My little cousin's now making 10 times more than her dad is. But when he found out about it, he took the fucking rapist, the one that raped his own fucking daughter, he took his back. He took his back and tried telling my little cousin to forgive him and pretty much to get over it. I can't say it word per word, but pretty much get over it and forgive him. It's no big deal. It ain't no big deal in my fucking ass, because I tell you what, if it was my daughter, regardless for any kids, but if it was my daughter, blind with one leg, I'll snap that motherfucker's neck. I'd be fucking take off my leg and swing it at his head until I fucking catch him 20, 30, 40 fucking times till that motherfucker's dead. And anybody in my way trying to protect him, they're going down right with him, because I'm swinging until I catch him. But instead, this motherfucker protected him, is getting his back. So you know what? If you're watching this, fuck you. Straight up. If you're watching this, fuck you. You're a bitch. Yeah, I can't do nothing about it. I can't, I'm blind with one fucking leg. There's not much I can fucking do about it. But if I could, I would. Trust me, I would. But I can't. And that's the bottom line. But I can't speak my mind. That's the only thing I can do is speak my mind. I'm doing it on air because I'm calling out Osvaldo Kishev for being a fucking rapist to his own little fucking cousin. Regardless of who it is, family member or not, it doesn't matter. Being a chomo or rapist fucking don't fly in my book. But I can't even say if it's worse being a family member or not. Mentally, I'm pretty sure it is worse than being a family member, somebody you trusted, than somebody that you don't know. Either way, neither one of them makes it better. But it pisses me off because they're all protecting him. Nobody called my fucking cousin until he decided he wanted forgiveness, that he's going to commit suicide, that she has to forgive him. Fuck him. So now supposedly the word is they found this fucking dude. He's not my family. He's not my family. And If I did meet him before, I don't know. I don't think I've ever met him. He stays in Texas. I've never been to Texas. As far as I know, he's never been to California. But if he is out there and they're bullshitting us, then his name's Osvaldo Chef. If I had his picture, I would show you. I would put it up here. Like, boom, there's the picture. Maybe my cousin, one of my cousins in the black sheep of the family. That's real. And that's if one of you guys see this, put his picture up here on my comments. Comment, put the picture up, and tell a little bit more details because I don't know all the details. I only know the main facts that's going on. But I know the other part of cousin, but oh no, mijo, no, this is eso, fuck you guys. I just put his picture on blast. Put his picture up here. It's on my Instagram. I think it's on my Instagram. DJ underscore see no evil. That's my Instagram. And the reason why, I went live the other day and put on my Instagram, I was trying to stay calm, but I couldn't get out all the words I wanted to say. But I think his picture's on my Instagram. If not, I'll get a hold of one of my cousins to tag me in it, or on Facebook with my thoughts, or this video posted on Facebook, shared to Facebook with his picture on it. But like I said, for her own dad to get this motherfucker's back that raped his own daughter in the worst ways possible, raping period, molesting her, because at the time she was, a little girl. Regardless, no matter fucking what, being a fucking chomo. But regardless, having somebody else's back than your own fucking daughters, fuck him. And yeah, fuck him. And see, that's where I love because my cousin's dad. Well, I'm not gonna get too detailed, but somebody that's very close to my cousin's dad disowned him when she found out what was going on, and she's not down for none of this shit. And she stays out there in Texas, and she's but she don't condone all this shit. And like I tell all the time, te quiero más que tú me quieres a mí. But this is bullshit. This is bullshit, and put me. So me personally, I think because they didn't want my little cousin to press charges, which she wasn't planning on pressing charges, because like she said, I'm not a snitch. But for something like that, it's a whole different story. Something like that's a whole different. Yeah, that's way different. And but now all of a sudden, after they found out that she wasn't going to forgive him because he was suicidal and he needs her forgiveness, that's when they decided to contact her. That because he wanted her forgiveness or he's going to commit suicide. And now all of a sudden they're worried for his fucking safety, but they never contacted her before when anybody knew about this before. But now all of a sudden it became suicidal that he needs her forgiveness. Now they want to contact her. They weren't worried about her before. So I think, I can't speak for the rest of the black sheep of the family, but I can speak for myself. I think they're hiding him in Mexico. And they're claiming he's missing over here for she don't press charges. That's what I think. Now, supposedly, he committed suicide. But you know what? Honestly, I want proofs. Don't just tell me. Don't just tell us. I want proofs. And if he did, he's a coward for it. If he did. You know, we don't get no proofs. They're hiding them in fucking Mexico. Um, but I want proofs. You know, I want all these people protecting him. I want to hear them crying over his fucking coffee. Not all of a sudden show fucking urine. Could be an old fucking urine of somebody else's. Fuck. I'll piss on that fucker. If he is dead, I'll piss on his fucking gravesite or on his fucking urine. I don't give a fuck. That's what I think about chomos. That's what I think about fucking rapists. Can't stand them. Fuck them. And if he did commit suicide, you know what? Before you put him in that coffin or before you put him in that urine, let him go piss on that motherfucker. Go spit in his fucking mouth. Fuck him. And that's what I feel about him. That's what I truly feel about him. And that's putting it lightly. But I feel myself getting pissed off already, and I know there's a lot of things more things I wanted to say, but I'm losing my train of thought again because I'm starting to lose my temper again about this whole situation. So I'm out. Please share this. Share this. Everybody, please share this and get this out there. Osvaldo Kishev, if my cousin sees this, please post a picture of it either on my Instagram, my Facebook. Share this and this way you get his fucking picture blasted all over the place that he's a fucking rapist. He's a fucking chomo to his own little fucking cousin. Fuck that motherfucker. If he committed suicide, he's a fucking coward for doing it and not owning up to his fucking guilt. And so fuck him. If you're dead, fuck you dead. All right, I'm out. Hopefully somebody's in here to kick me off. Somebody in here?
That's it.